Hi friends, welcome back again. Uh, I'm going to continue further from where I stopped in my previous video. This is the second part of the intercompany sales scenario that I'm trying to explain you. Uh, in the previous video, I tried to explain you the scenario when intercompany sales comes into picture and what are the settings required to have it configured correctly. So I had noted down certain steps in order to have the process configured before we could actually go ahead and create an order and then process the intercompany sales process. So I had even told you the steps that we need to follow in order to create an intercompany transaction. So sales order, then delivery, then we'll have a customer invoice, and then the intercompany invoice. So these are the four steps which we need to follow. So once this is done, I was explaining you. In fact, I stopped at the point when I was telling you about the customer that we create. So we were supposed to create a customer for this company in this company to represent ABCD company code as its internal customer. So what was the requirement or what we were supposed to do in this case was that create a customer in the sales area PQRS PQ from which this plant or this company code will sell or send its material to company code ABCD. So we had created a customer and we got a customer number 117 once we created a customer for PQRS PQ in company code PQRS, and this customer number was then finally assigned to sales organization ABCD. So I had not shown you how where it is assigned. In fact, that is what we are going to see today. Let me just quickly turn out to the SAP section. Okay, so firstly let me show you the two company codes that I had created in the system slash. Okay, so if you could see over here, I'll show you the structure, enterprise structure of both the company codes which I had created. You have ABCD over here. This is my first company. These are the dummy companies that I had created. It has a company code, it has a controlling area, credit control area for managing credit. It has a plant, it has a sales org, purchasing org as well. And in the sales org, it will have the division and distribution channel and so on. Okay. Similarly, the other company which I had created, I did not create a complex structure. So just to serve the purpose, I have created a simple company with one sales organization, one distribution channel division, and one plant. And similarly, there is another company which exists, which falls under the same group. Okay, it also has all these organizational units, which have been, you know, I've used the same um, code for each of the units, organizational units. As you can see, plant is also represented by PQRS. Credit control area is also represented by PQRS. Just that we are not confused. I have kept it the same for all of the organizational units. In the end, you could see that the company code PQRS belongs to the um, the group ABCD. As you can see over here, finally it falls under the same group ABCD. Okay, just that it is another company code, which is a separate legal entity for which transactions are separately noted in the profit and loss statements and other financial ledgers. So this is what we had done. Now let me show you the customer once again, which I had created slash nxt03. I'm displaying the customer which I had created. I'm supposed to create a customer in the company code PQRS. So I'll enter the details which I had created. 117 is the customer, company code PQRS. I'll enter the sales area as PQRS PQPQ because it was created for that. So it is 117, company code is PQRS, sales area for this company code through which we will be selling. I mean, the company code PQRS would be selling it to ABCD is this sales area. Hit enter, and it will display you all the details about the customer. So this is the general data. I have given the same name as I had told you, ABCD internal customer, and even the search term I had kept as internal. And then going on to the sales area data, I had just entered the customer pricing procedure as one. This is an important field which will help determine the pricing procedure in the intercompany billing document. In fact, the same pricing procedure would be there in all three documents, that is the sales order, um, invoice, and the intercompany invoice. It would be the same pricing procedure which is going to manage the conditions. How is it going to manage conditions? I'll just tell you after we see this customer master. Go into shipping. I have given some conditions, shipping conditions, and the delivering plant responsible for delivering material to this customer, that is the internal customer ABCD. Billing documents. Under billing documents, I have entered the tax data and the credit control area and so on. In the partner functions, this particular line you see is important. This customer that you have created should be assigned as the payer as well, because in the intercompany document, intercompany billing document that we create in our cycle, intercompany sales cycle, it is the payer who will be which will be required. So if you don't have a payer in the partner function, then it might give you an error. So do mind that payer is also there. You could even create it for other partner functions as well, not an issue. So this is how I've created a customer 117. After creating it, I have assigned this to the sales organization. As I had told you, let me go back to the Excel. As I told you, from this step to this till the last step, sixth step, all the configurations are maintained under the single header. So let me show you that. Let me go to the SPRO screen. Here you are. This is under sales and distribution. Remember that intercompany configurations are under sales and distribution. Just the enterprise structure, the linking of the sales area division to the plant is done under enterprise structure. The remaining part is done under sales and distribution, billing, and then you have intercompany billing under billing. So here you are, and I have this third step under intercompany billing called as define internal customer number by sales organization. So now you are supposed to assign that 117 customer code which you had created in company code PQRS to the sales organization ABCD, so that that sales organization is represented as an internal company to the company code PQRS. So let me go to the sales org ABCD. If you could see, this column represents the sales org ABCD, and for this customer intercompany billing. Okay, for this I have assigned the customer we had just now created 117. This is a very important step. Without this, you won't be able to create a billing document. Okay, again, you might come across errors when creating the intercompany billing. Okay, so the process would be only successful when you are able to create the intercompany billing without any errors, the intercompany billing document without any errors. Then only you could say that you were able to configure it correctly. Okay, so this is the step that I was talking about. These two steps. Okay, so these two steps we have just now discussed. Then it says maintain pricing procedure. Okay, let me come back to the pricing procedures. As I had told you, there are two pricing procedures. Sorry, there is only one pricing procedure which manages the intercompany sales scenario in standard SAP. Okay, we could even have a different pricing procedure to take care of it, but in standard SAP we have only one pricing procedure. So now that I've created a customer for US or a company for US, and the customer also belongs to US. So I have this standard US pricing procedure available in standard SAP. It's RVA US. This pricing procedure has these two conditions. PR00 is the price condition, as I had told you, and customer price. That is for XYZ customer. And PI01 is the intercompany price. Okay, right. Now let me show you how these price conditions are maintained. Okay, firstly I have maintained this price condition for this end customer. So I had maintained it using VK11. Let me go to, this is the master data part I'm talking about, the condition record master data, the pricing condition master data. So here I had maintained PR00. So let me go and display. I had maintained a price with material with release status for ABCD AB, and the material was ABCD1. Okay, so if I execute, it will show you the price condition which is valid. Okay, so this will be the price valid for the combination of sales org, distribution channel, and this material. So whenever this combination occurs, this price would come up. And PR00 is finally the customer end price, and we are charging the customer 150 US dollar per piece or per quantity. Okay, similarly we have created PI01. Okay, this is the intercompany price. This will be maintained for the combination of sales org of the order ABCD. And what is the plant? The plant here is PQRS. Okay, in this case it would be PQRS. Remember that we are not sending the material from ABCD, we are sending the material from PQRS, and that then is where the intercompany sales comes into picture. If it's the same plant, then it will be the normal sales cycle that you will be coming across. So let me execute the same material again because it's available in another plant as well. So let me see what is the price that has been maintained. So this price, see, I have maintained 60 USD. Let me just note it down over here. This has 150 USD. This has 60 USD. So now what is this price? This is the price that is charged by PQRS to you. And what is 150? 150 is the price that you charge to the customer, the end customer that you see over here, customer XYZ. You're going to charge 150 to him. So the net profit would be around 90 US dollars would be the net profit that you would be getting by sale of one quantity of material. Okay, so that is how I have maintained pricing. Remember that the plant should be the intercompany plant, the cross company plant, and the sales organization should be the sales organization through which you're selling the material. Okay, maintain it for this combination. And now let's go ahead and create a sales order. Okay, now the sales order that we create uh, would uh, would populate the normal plant that it is the default plant that it uses usually. So for that, in that case, you need to change the plant, and then only the process would change to the intercompany sales process. Okay, so before that, let me show you this pricing RVAAUS, how it is configured and what is the significance of it in the intercompany process. So we are going to look at these two conditions specifically, okay, so that you understand what exactly it is. So this is the price. I go into the control section. So I have PR00 over here. You could see, so PR00 is configured normally. It has a requirement too, that is uh, plant is set. Okay, so requirement two means item with pricing. I'm sorry. So whenever if the material is not relevant for pricing, then this condition type won't be chosen, or it would be deactivated, or the access won't be made. So that is what is the requirement. So the requirement is 2 for this. Okay, and everything is blank. Other fields are blank. Like 0 means blank, and this is accrue account key, which is ERL, which is sales revenue. That is fine. So let us look at the second condition which we are talking about related to the intercompany. So where is the condition? Over here, I guess. Yeah, here it is. We have these conditions. We have these two conditions for intercompany, for setting up the intercompany price. Okay, PI01 and PI02. Okay, we have as of now picked PI01. Okay, intercompany price, which is a value that you can maintain. Here you could maintain the percentage. So a percentage of the gross price or something like that. Okay, so this price PI01 intercompany price has the requirement 22. Requirement 22 is nothing but this price would be active only in the billing document. Okay, secondly, this checkbox is selected, okay, which is statistical. So this price PI01 would be statistical in the sales order. All right, that is what it means. And 22 requirement means it will only be activated in the billing document. Okay, so in the sales order it will display this condition, but it is not going to add up to the total cost, okay, or the total price, the net value. It's not going to be added up to the total net value. But in billing document, in the billing document, it will be identified and it will be activated and it will be summed up in the total. All right. So this is what is the significance of PI01 and PR00. So this is how you could use one single pricing procedure in in the sales order, um, for creating a for normal invoice and creating an intercompany invoice. Okay, so let's go ahead and create an order. Before that, let me tell you the master data that I'm using a customer master. This is the final customer. This XYZ customer is 112. So this was already created. This is an end customer, and 117 is the uh, internal customer. Okay. All right. Okay, before going, I have this last point left. Assign plans to sales organization for internal costing. I had told you to assign, I had initially explained you that this assignment should be there, because if this is not there, then the sales organization wouldn't be identified while creating an intercompany invoice. So you will get an error that sales organization data not um, could not be identified. Okay, this kind of error you would be getting when carrying out billing. So let me, we have the screen open, I guess. Yeah, we have it open. So I had told you under this section, under intercompany billing section, you have all these things. So assign, so here is the place what we are going to make the assignment. Assign organizational units by plant. In this, assign organizational units to the plants. Okay. So here the plant in question is PQRS, the sending plant. Okay. So PQRS, for PQRS, as I had told you, we need to assign what was the we need to assign PQRS, PQ, PQRS as the sales org, PQ as the distribution channel, and PQ as the division. So as you can see here, I have done the assignment already. Okay, so this is the distribution channel, this is the division, and this is the sales org. Okay, so everything has been configured. Okay, and here just for cross checking, you just need to check whether an order type for intercompany billing has been assigned. So it's like for every sales order we assign a billing document, right? So in the intercompany billing document should also be assigned. So I'm creating a standard order OR. So for the standard order, I need to check whether a document is assigned. If this is blank, then it's not going to automatically create a intercompany document when you go to VF01. So it should have a value IV, that is the intercompany billing document type. So by default, it is there for OR. Okay, so you need not worry about it, but still cross check and see if this assignment is done or not. So it's under the same header. You could see intercompany billing. Okay, all of the settings are present over here. Just that the enterprise linking of the sales org and the other company's plant happens in enterprise structure. And then after that, there is master data which we need to maintain using VK11. Okay, so the points you need to note down in the pricing is requirement 22, and this is statistical. Okay, so this statistical indicator would be removed in the billing document. Remember that the statistical indicator would be only valid in the sales order. This is taken care by the requirement 22. Okay, so this has a requirement 2, which is which just checks whether the item is relevant for pricing or not. If it's a free of charge item, then it won't carry out the pricing for this, or it will give a 100% discount or something like that. Okay, that's it. So this two configurations you need to know in the pricing procedure so that you are aware of what is going on. Now let's go and create an order. Transaction code is VA01. A simple order I'm creating. Okay, OR is the order type, and this is the order I'm creating for the end customer. Always remember that. So this end customer that you see over here, for this customer I'm creating an order. Okay, from this company code ABCD. So that's why I have the that sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So it's PQ, I need to change it to AB. Okay, and when I get inside, I enter the sold to party, which is 112. So ship to party is again the same. I enter a purchase order number. I'll just write intercompany. I'll enter the material as well. So material in our case is ABCD1. Let's enter 6 quantities. So the price that would be determined would be 6 into 150, because 150 is the price that we have maintained. If you could see over here, PR00 150 USD per piece. So 6 into 150. Now check the difference in the pricing, okay, before and after. Okay, so I want you to notice one thing over here. What is the plant right now? The plant gets picked up from the customer master, as you know very well, or else the material master. So in the customer master and material master of this material, we have maintained this as the default plant, and that's why this plant is getting picked. As of now, this particular scenario is not an intercompany scenario because we are procuring plant from our own company's plant. We are procuring the material from our own company's plant. Okay, so if you go and check the conditions right now, I'll show you the conditions for the item level. It only shows PR00. It hasn't identified PI00 at statistical condition PI00. Okay, so it only shows 150 is the price and total goes to 900 and so on. The net value has gone to 900 for 6 items or 6 quantities of this material. Okay, and here you see the profit is 300 USD. Okay, because the profit is calculated by subtracting the cost. The cost was 100 USD each for manufacturing us, and total was 600, and 900 minus 600 goes to 300, and this is the profit right now. Okay, now when I change the plant for intercompany, you need to manually change the plant over here. Take care of manually changing the plant over here. Now enter PQRS because I want to procure it from PQRS and not from ABCD. When I change the plant to PQRS and when I hit enter, now the pricing would completely change. The net value would remain same. Okay, the net value is going to remain same because now see what is the difference. The difference is this line that you see over here. This line. Okay, that's it. And even in this line, you will have the difference. All right. And this line is also having the difference. This is the profit line. What difference is it? It is calculating a PI01 condition type. It's green. It doesn't mean it's calculated in the total. The total remains same as I told you. So 150 into 6 goes to 900, and that is what is the net value over here. Okay. Mm, it has calculated this statistical condition PI01. Okay, it won't be active over here. It will be only activated in the billing document. Okay, that is the intercompany document. That's it. It won't even activate it in the normal invoice. So you see the total cost for us for buying this product is 360 for 6 items because 60 is the per unit price, and that's why the profit has gone to 540 over here. Okay, so this is the change that you need to notice when you have a different plant coming into picture. Okay, PQRS. Now let's save this order. Okay, we have an order created. Now this is an intercompany order. We have created it using the standard order itself, but just that we have changed the plant and it's converted into a intercompany order. Okay, so now I'll deliver it. I'll create a delivery. The second option, the another option of creating delivery right from the sales order is by clicking on the sales document menu bar and clicking on deliver, and it will create a delivery for this. Okay, if you could see, there is a delivery created. So 6 quantities as it is. And now see here in this plant PQRS, there is no warehouse. In my previous video, wherein I had explained about the sales cycle, the standard sales cycle, there was a lean warehouse coming into picture. And for that, picking was not possible directly from here. We used to create a transfer order and then confirm the picking quantity. So that is not required over here because it only uses a storage location. It doesn't have a warehouse. So I'll just need to enter here 6, and this picking status would change to C. A means not yet picked. C means completely picked. Okay. So I'll confirm that the quantity is available and it is fully picked from that plant. Now see, the plant is also PQRS. Okay, it's not ABCD plant. Okay. Once this is done, uh, I'll go to the status section. Okay, status overview. So in the status overview, in normal sales cycle, this particular column is not there in the normal sales cycle. Okay, this column, total status and item level, it is called as intercompany billing status. This is not there because intercompany billing is not coming into picture in that scenario. All right, so that's why this column is not there. So it says overall picking status complete. Picking confirmation complete. Now goods movement is not yet done, and then billing is the invoice, customer invoice, and then this status, when it turns to C, it means that the intercompany billing has been generated. Okay, so now let's create a post goods issue. You could even directly click on post goods issue and it will carry out the post goods issue for this. So let me click on post goods issue and it will take the material from that plant to the customer's location. Okay, so a delivery has been created, which means the post goods issue has been done. Let me change this delivery. Okay, so when you go and check the status now in this delivery, so this till this point it is green now. Okay, goods movement is also complete. Now the remaining steps are billing status, that is the invoice, and the next is the intercompany invoice. Okay, both this invoice are yet to be created. A means yet to be created, C means complete. Okay, so now how do you create a billing document? Directly go to VF01 and enter the delivery number. Okay, so I'll enter the T code VF01. Now here is the billing document number, which is automatically populated, and when I click on execute, now see, it is the invoice F2, the normal invoice or the customer invoice which is being created. Okay, and here you could see the payer is 112, the end customer XYZ Inc., as I had told you. Okay, secondly, if you go into the header data, you could see the sales org. The pricing is same, pricing procedure is same. Here the sales area is ABCD, AB, because you are selling it to the end customer through the sales area. That is, ABCD company code is selling to the end customer XYZ through the sales area. Okay, so this is the invoice, and if you see the pricing in the invoice as well, it has copied as it is from the sales order. Okay, that is PI01 would be shown green, but it is statistical. You see the statistical checkbox is there. That's why it's not populated up in the total net value. So only this amount has been directly taken up to the quantity. Okay, and even you can see the profit is 540, because the cost involved in procuring this from your sister concern is 360. Okay, so subtracting 360 from 900 would be 540. So this is the invoice that you have created to the customer. Save this and it will create an invoice. Okay, now the next step is to create an intercompany billing. Okay, remember that you cannot create an intercompany billing unless you create the customer invoice, because that is maintained in the copy control. Okay, copy control from delivery to billing, there is a setting which is done, so because of which you cannot directly firstly create an intercompany invoice and then create a customer invoice. So unless the customer invoice is not done, you cannot create intercompany billing. So create that first. Once that is saved, now once again enter the delivery number, same delivery number which you had entered in VF01. Now this is the transaction code VF01, and execute it. Previously you had seen invoice F2 was being created. Now you could see intercompany billing IV being generated over here. Okay, and as I had told you, the payer is 117, which is ABCD internal customer. Okay, so this is the invoice or the intercompany invoice raised to the internal customer, that is company code ABCD in short. If you go into the header, and second thing you should have noticed is that the net value is 360. Previously it was 900. Now here it is 360 in the previous invoice. The reason being, this is what this company code, PQRS company code, is charging us. Us in the sense like ABCD company code. Go into the header. mm, See the company code here is PQRS. This company code is raising the invoice to company code ABCD. The pricing procedure is again same. Please note that. And the point to note over here is the sales organization, sales area. So this sales area comes from over here, this configuration that you see. This is the configuration from where the sales area is popping up over here. Okay, that setting needs to be maintained. So PQRS, PQ, because company code PQRS is going to sell us through this sales area. Is going to sell the company code ABCD through this sales area. Okay, and going back to the conditions, now you could see, now observe the pricing procedure, the same pricing procedure. This is deactivated, inactive, you could see. So that's why this price is not taken into consideration at all. Okay, and now this price It was in the previous document it was checked over here. This is statistical, okay? And now here it is not statistical, instead it is 360. Okay, so now these, I'm sorry, I just clicked on some line item, so let's just wait. I'll go back. Okay, yeah, so this price is active over here, and you could see the total is also 360, and that's why net value is showing up as 360. And the profit that they're earning on this is 60, because the cost for manufacturing this is 50 per item and they're selling it at 60. So that's why $60 is the total profit for 6 items for this company. So this is the invoice raised by that company to, sorry, the company code PQRS to the company code ABCD. And this completes our intercompany sales process. Okay. If you want to have an overview of this, let me just show you the document flow. So this is the sales order, and when I click on this document flow, it will give you the complete idea of what has happened in this sales process. Okay, so let me just quickly review. A standard order was created with the planned PQRS of other company code. After that, we created a delivery from that plant. Picking was done in that plant. Goods issue was done in that plant. And next thing was to invoice the customer. The company code ABCD invoiced the end customer with a specific price. Then this accounting document was generated automatically along with this invoice. Then intercompany billing was initiated again for the same delivery using the same transaction code VF01, and it generated a accounting document again automatically. And this intercompany billing document was raised by the company code PQRS to company code ABCD for the price that was agreed, like the PI01 condition. And yes, this is it. This is the intercompany sales cycle. Usually, many people get confused about it, especially new people who have learned SAP, who are certified freshers. Um, they usually have confusion. In fact, I myself was having confusion in the beginning of how this process was configured, but I was quite eager to know, and I went out and reached out to all possible resources and tried to learn this process in my early days. But yeah, now it's like a usual routine, but yeah, practice, as they say, practice makes man perfect. Without practice or experience, you cannot know much. So my very first kind request to everyone is practice whatever you learn, not just watch the videos, instead practice, and then no one can stop you. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, share it as much as possible, and I want to spread knowledge. That's it. So thank you guys, have a good day. Bye bye.